Welcome back, everyone. This is Dean with Masterpiece Gold and Silver, and today I have a special video. I've been working with, let's call him Uncle Stan, and he is deciding to start breaking up his collection of many, many years. And so this is a very, very tiny piece of it that we are going to look at today. And before we get into all of this, I'd just like to remind you all to please like and subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications so you get up-to-date content from us, and please remember to share our videos with other folks that you think would enjoy them. So as I said, our friend of the channel, Uncle Stan, is decided that he is going to start breaking up his coin collection for a variety of reasons, but he has been collecting since his childhood, taking coins from circulation and just kind of putting them aside, and then even later buying some other collections from friends that he knew over the years, and then even buying some mint sets and other silver mint coins from the United States Mint. So he has accumulated a very large collection over the years, and I've been helping to go through it with him and appraise some things for him, kind of give him a sense of how much things are worth on the market today. And so he had me take this small piece with me to show you. And this is mostly Canadian. Actually, I would say all of this here is Canadian. And this is really fun. These envelopes he did not do. It was a friend of his who used to collect coins for many years, put a lot of American and foreign coins and Canadian coins into these envelopes and just kind of wrote on them. They have been restapled because we did open a couple of these and put some fresh staples in them. We have some nice silver quarters here and some other silver coins, as well as some Canadian pennies and some clad coins as well. Again, this is just kind of a fun set to go through here. I forget if there's silver quarters in here or not. And then there's some large cents, which I'm kind of excited to go through. I think we might save all the large cents and pennies for another video. I think we'll focus on the silver coins in this video today, so maybe next week, and some more Canadian nickels. That's right, I forgot. We got some Canadian nickels. If you watched last week's episode, you would have seen the Canadian war nickels. We got a whole roll of Canadian pennies and a little bit more here, as well as some loose pennies here and some loose clad coins as well. Let's just check, see what date this is. Oh, 1988. That's nice. So these are 98% copper, because all Canadian pennies from 1996 to 1920, with the small cents at least, are 98% copper. Oh, here's a nice 2005. That's nice. So yeah, there's some great pennies here. Most of these are another 88. Oh, that's cool. I will say before we get into all the silver, this is a clad. Yeah, this is a clad coin. But before we get into all the silver, I wanted to just quickly go over Canadian silver. So Canada 10 cents from 1880 or 1858 to 1919, they were sterling, or the 0.925. But we're going to be focusing on the coins that are from 1920 to 1967, and you can see I put it all out here, and they're 80% or 0.800 fineness of silver. So I gave the list. You will note that with the Canadian 25 cents and the Canadian 10 cents, there's an asterisk next to the 1967 because some of those that were produced were actually only 50% silver. But I'll save that for another video. So we're going to be focusing in on the 80% silver. And here's a 1964 half dollar. This has the shield of Canada, the coat of arms of Canada on the back, or on the reverse, I should say. And here is another half dollar. This is from 1963. So these are both 80% silver. Here is another half dollar from 1957. You can see that there's a slight change from the earlier half dollars to the newer half dollars. They changed the reverse. Here's the 1949. Again, it has the shield of Canada and the coat of arms, which really is a beautiful coat of arms. I really enjoy that. It just shows so much history. I think we'll put these aside. These are the large cents. We'll save those for another video. Here is looks like a 1953 quarter. Let me get my loop out here and zoom in as well. I want to be able to take a closer look at these coins with you all. We do have some really old ones here. This is King George V, as you know. And these quarters are kind of tough because we have to make sure that these are after 1920, because some of the George V quarters are before 1920, as he began his reign in 1911. And so these we got to make sure are after 1920 and on. And it's tough to see here. It's a little easier for me because I know exactly where to look, and I can see the 3 right above the ribbon. You can see the 3 there. It's very faint, but if you really look hard, you will see the 3. So we know that this is from 1930 something. It's very difficult to see what the next number is. I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm not seeing it there. But it doesn't matter. Regardless, we know that this is 80% silver because we can see the 1 and part of the 9 and then the 3. So we know this is 80% silver. The other one's a little harder, and you're gonna have to trust me on this one because it's very, very smooth. But again, I guess I've been looking at these just way too long. And I can tell you here, there's some other ways to tell as well, but let me just look here and I'll try to show you. So I can see that there's a 3. I can see the 3 there. I don't know how to turn this to get you to see it, but there is a 3 right there. There's kind of a gash that goes down. But anyway, it's not that important. You just got to trust me. It's an 80% silver coin. Here's a 1943. This is really nice. This is King George VI. This was Queen Elizabeth II's father, grandfather of the current king, King Charles III. And here's a 1950. So this was 2 years before his death, and then Queen Elizabeth's beginning of her reign. Here's a 1941, another war quarter. These are just really great. 1944, another great year. Now, if this was in a higher grade, they would be worth a little bit more. Same with the 1944 pennies. They're a little bit more. The 44s are fun to try to find. They're a little bit more scarce in higher grades. That's why people seek them out. Oh yeah, this is a fun one. I have 2 1964s here. These are commemorative. All the silver dollars that were released for circulation were commemorative. And this is the 1864-1964, and what it is commemorating is the talks that took place in Quebec City and in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, in 1864, where the leaders from around Canada got together to start talking about forming the country Canada, forming the Confederation. That would later happen in 1867. So these are really fun. I really love the design. They're really beautiful, and they're relatively cheap, even in higher grades. Here's another $50. That's another great one. I think we actually looked at that one before, really. So let me just truck along here. We got some dimes. These 10 cents, 1960 with Queen Elizabeth II, the young queen. There's another young queen, 1963. Here's another 1950, so this is George VI here. And 1953, so this will be the young queen. A little rough shape there, but still, it's nice. And then we have some more quarters. Put these off to the side. And then here's just these nice, I don't know, I love the reverses of these. These old ones. The leaves, I really miss those. They just are a beautiful design, especially the crown on the top. I think it was in 1908 they actually did some special mint sets celebrating the Royal Canadian Mint which was opened in 1908. So I should have said 2008, not 1908. 2008 they did the special mint sets, and they just yeah, they're just really beautiful. So there's some pennies. I think we'll save those for the next one. I do want to just talk to you, so if you do find a few coins here, if you take 50 cents here, or the $2.50, and then you have some quarters, and you have 2 dimes, right here is $1.70, and that is 1.02 ounces, troy ounces of silver. Now there's easier ways of doing this, but I'm just saying if you find a little bit of silver like we have here, we don't have a ton of silver, so you might not be able to do it. But anyway, if you have $1 here and the 2 quarters, or a $half with the two dimes, or the 2 10-cents, again that is 1.02 troy ounces of silver for all you silver stackers out there. So just for, because we don't have a ton here, I'm just going to do a quick count. So we have at least 1.02 ounces of silver. So let's just keep on adding here. So now with this we have 2.04 ounces of silver. And then as we go along here, let's make another 50, 2 more quarters. I think I have 2 more dimes, maybe not. Let me look. Oh, I think, you know what? Let's open up one of these envelopes. Canadian dimes. I bet there's more in here. Let's see. Let's get into this. Let's look. Oh, okay. There's more quarters. Okay, Canadian dimes with quarters. All right. Well, this just screwed up what we're doing, what I was trying to do here. So that's a 65, so that's 80% silver. We have another young queen. What's this, 1960? 80%, we'll put that there. We got a 1950, so this is George VI again. So there we go. So now we have 3.06 ounces of silver. There's a 64. There's a 65. Do we have enough quarters to continue this? I don't know. Yeah. You know what? I should have checked. Yeah, so there's a little bit more there. So now we are up to 4.08. Actually, yeah, 4.08 now. Canadian quarters. Let's see if these are silver. Let's just check. If these are silver, then you know what? I'm gonna rethink this whole thing, because what I was just trying to show you, if you have a very little amount of face value coins, but we've already passed that. We've already passed that, so I'm going to show you something else here, and I'm going to make some more videos about this for all you silver. Oh, yes, these are all silver. Okay. Yeah, these are all, they look all 80% silver. Oh, that's really beautiful toning on this one. Well, to me, I like the toning, but for others, probably not so much. It looks like a 1966. So this is 80% silver. Let's take a look at this one. Another young queen, 1958. So what do you got here? 1950. This is King George VI. 1950, I think. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna, yeah. Yeah, for all you stackers out there, I was just trying to show people before with the $1.70, I was just trying to show you a quick way, but because we have so much silver here, I'm gonna talk to you about, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about how to just do this real simple with, if you're a silver stacker. Hey, another 44, that's nice. That's a nice one. Let's take a look. 49, that's nice. 43, another wartime quarter. Another 44, nice. Wow, some decent toning. These are all well circulated. 1952, 1941, but still, these are just fun, especially if you're putting a book little book together, 1958. That one's not too bad. Got a little tiny bit of luster. And 1950, another George VI. Wow, these are, yeah, so we're just going to get rid of these piles because what I was just trying to show you, if you have very little amount of silver, you can kind of just rule of thumb, if you will, if you make $1.70 in face value, you're going to have a little over 1 full ounce. But because we have so much here, we're going to be able to do this. So real quick here. So if you can make $5 face value of 80% Canadian silver coins, you will have 3 troy ounces. If you can make $10 face value of 80% Canadian Canadian coins, you will get 6 troy ounces of silver. So real fast, if you were to buy 1 roll of 80% silver dimes, that's a $5 roll, you get 3 ounces. If you do that with 1 roll of Canadian quarters, 10 that's $10, you'll get 6. Same thing with half dollars. You'll get six troy ounces, and then if you were to buy a whole roll, which is the $20, you would have, of the Canadian dollars, you would have 12 full ounces of silver. So anyway, just ignore the stacks that I was trying to do, because that's just a simple way. But I think I'll make a silver stacking video on some Canadian junk silver, because we have a lot here, so I can kind of show you some ways of doing that if you're helpful. This is kind of exciting. This says that it is Canadian dimes, which these are Canadian 5 cents. So I can almost guarantee that these will be silver, and they are. This is awesome. So these are silver. We have 1920. So this is actually not sterling. This is 80% silver. And if that was to read 1921, I would be doing a dance. And here is a 1905. This is 0.925 or sterling silver with King Edward VII on the reverse, which is really, really cool. I really like the toning on this. This is really pretty. If you watched my video on Canadian 10 cents, you'll see a really great about uncirculated toned coin. This is not about uncirculated. This is a lot lower of a grade. And I will be doing some grading videos on these Edward VII's at some point for those who are interested. You can see that the crown is completely wiped out here. His ear is almost non-existent, if I can actually get this focused. Okay, non-existent ear. The beard is all gone. You can just get the trace amount. So this is down in the lower grades. This is, the jewels there on his necklace, is also pretty wiped out. So this is a lot lower grade, but still the patina on here is great. The toning is great. I'm confident this is not a cleaned coin. I don't see any obvious signs of cleaning. Now, granted, I haven't really searched this well, but this is a great little coin from 1905. Yeah, I really like that, and I really like the toning. This is just really beautiful. Wow. Like it just, yeah. Still a lot of detail on the reverse, despite being a lower grade coin, but that's fantastic. Let's get back to this 1920. So I want to tell you right now, if you ever find a 5 cent Canadian piece this size, let me see if I can get it in here so I can get it looking nice. So here we go. If you ever find a Canadian, let me just get this here. Come on. Let's see. So if you ever find one of these and it says 1921, that is a very, very expensive coin. So in 1921, they decided to cease production of the silver 5 cent pieces. And the reason why was because they wanted to go to a 100% nickel 5 cent piece, which they did do in 1922. So if you ever find a 5 cent Canadian coin that looks like that with the 1921 on it, yeah, You've struck a great coin. Oh, and look at this. Oh, 1944 penny right on the top. That is awesome. Look at that. Yeah, so this is there you don't find them as much. This is in rougher shape, but if this was in extra fine condition, or about uncirculated, it's got to command more. Oh, and another 44. Look at this. So if both of these were in that higher grade, they would command more money. In the lower grade, they're pretty much equal to whatever. Anyway, that's it for now. We're going to get back to those pennies in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I look forward to seeing you again. Until we meet again, stay safe and enjoy.